What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? T to the M to the IDD. Listen, I feel like it has been a long time since I have been on this live stream on YouTube. So first and foremost, I had to come back and, give some content for all of those who support the channel, because without you, there is no channel. But also, I want to give you some updates. I've been seeing a lot of things going on in the camera world, especially for content creation. So I just felt like it was right for me to let everybody know things that are going on with T-Mid. So that's what this live is going to be about. And also to have that chat with you all. And I broke down pretty much 5 reasons as to why I chose to switch, upgrade, all those good things. Let me get my lighting right. What's going on, EW? Tog Life. I never try to clickbait the people. I'm an honest man. I like to tell the truth. And today I had to bring it all the way back, like way back. I had to dig deep into my archives to just let you all know like how far back this goes. Okay. So, what's going on, MP? All right, so let's see. Let's get this focusing right. Okay. So we are gathered here today to hear the story of the content creator T to the M to the IDD. And I want to give you all the background on why I switched to the Sony A7S III. Now, this live stream right here is being recorded on the Nikon Z7 II. So let's just have that disclaimer, okay? What's going on, C Perkins? So we gonna have like 2 things in one. This is like a reunion right here. I look at the last day that I went live, and it was June the 11th, and it's about to be July. So that's partly why I had to make this live. And also, I feel like you all been through this journey with me as a creator. So as things evolve in my camera bag, I feel like it's good to let the people know why. Okay? It is always good. Now I ain't heard from you in weeks. Okay, so let's start this off. In 2018, I decided to document my life. And that's probably one of the greatest things I've ever decided to do, was to pick up a camera. And I always tell anybody, do not be hesitant to pick up a camera. Even when I see like cousins and things like that, they have kids growing up, I'm like, man, you need to record that. You should record that. You should take pictures of that, because those are like the priceless moments that you can never get back. And for them to be able to have it on camera, film, and roll it back, like reliving those moments is just like pure nostalgia. So in 2018, I decided to record and document my life to have something to look back on. And so the perfect place to put this journey was on YouTube. So before I picked up a camera for photography, I picked up a camera for videography. And more importantly, I picked up a camera for videography to create vlogs. Now, at this particular time, I did not know about Casey Neistat, but someone that inspired me to create these travel vlogs was Passport Heavy. I don't know if you all watch Passport Heavy, but their vlogs make you want to go to that place right then and there. So I reached out to the person who would edit and film those vlogs, and I asked them, like, man, that camera is so clean. Now, mind you, this is like 2017, so keep in mind that's like 5 years ago. Okay. And I'm like, what camera are you using to make these vlogs? Because they are like pure fire. So so he reached back out to me and he told me that he's like the Sony A7SIII. And so this is before I had any camera. So I went and I got the Sony A7SIII. Right here we have it. You see it has some battle scars. I've definitely put this through the paces. Look, it's missing things. It's all there. It's all there. So I started making vlogs with the Sony A7SIII. And when you go back to my channel, you can see the journey that I took in making those vlogs. And remember, I said that I began documenting every single thing from when I picked up that camera to when I transitioned. So I was pretty much everywhere with this camera. Now, this particular camera, as you all know, we have technology that is rapidly being advanced. So in the comments, let me know where you all are watching from, first and foremost. And good evening, good morning, good night to everyone that is in here, depending on your time zone. But let's start it off with that. How rude of me not to say hello to my guest tonight. Okay. Yeah, let me know where y'all watching from. And also, let me know if you are a creator, which I know most of you all do create. Do you all have a dedicated video camera and dedicated photo camera? Or do you use your both cameras for the same thing? Let me know. Because I know as like YouTube, you kind of have to have like separate cameras, but for you all, let me know if you use the same camera or different cameras or what. All right, we got NYC, Brizzy, Bowie, Maryland, LA. Okay. Maryland, Las Vegas. Tony captures what we got. Toronto. Okay, so if you use a dedicated video camera, let me know. Let me know what video camera you use. Or if you're strictly a photog, let me know. Same camera. Okay, so you use the same camera. What's going on, Craig? Yeah, I'm trying to get a sense if we have people using the same camera for video and photos, or do we have people using dedicated video and dedicated and that's going to go into my next point coming up here, and I'm just letting you all respond. Okay, MIP Studios, the A7 IV is my dedicated video camera. Roger that. Sticky Steels rocking that Z9. Okay, Reggie Hill. So you have a video and photo all in one. All right, let's see. Same camera or past camera. Okay. Z6 or Sony A6000 for video. Once in the blue moon. All right, Marcus, 2 Sony A7 IVs. Oh man. And Tony A7 IV. Oh, Marcus got the A7 IV. I didn't put R in there. Oh, you got the A7 IV and XT3. I'm mostly photographer. I use my camera for a reel or two before Canon 5D Mark IV. They do double duty. So you got it doing everything. Okay. That makes perfect sense right there. Especially if it can do that. You gotta take advantage, right? Okay. So going with that, I started off with the Sony A7SIII for video. And then I got the Nikon D3400 for photos. Now I know I said this a few times as to why I went with one over the other, but it really did it really did come down to the fact that I really just needed a dedicated photo camera and video camera. So let's see. And right now I'm actually got some footage that I'm going to show you. I thought I was tripping for a second. I was like, I didn't say nothing. Yeah, you got MIP and MP Studios. So let's get into the reasons why I needed to upgrade as a creator. And sometimes you get those points. Okay, so Craig got the A7S3 and A7 IV as the B cam. Okay, we got some combinations. I need to be coming and asking for y'all cameras. All right, cause y'all got everything I need. Let's see. Okay. Now don't get me wrong. All right. Because let's see. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to show this clip for you all. And this is kind of like the reason why. So this right here is a clip of me in Panama. And I'm recording on the Sony A7SIII. And this was back in, I believe, 2019. But as you can see, like the footage is clean. Like I don't have any problems with this footage whatsoever. Everything is clean. But you know, technology is relative to the time as well. Because while I didn't have a problem with it at that point in time, technology wasn't as advanced. Now, getting to the reasons why I needed to upgrade my camera. Now, as a content creator, there's a few things that happened to me while I was in the field that just can't happen. And I knew most of it was because of the date on my camera. I believe I got that camera like 2016, 2017. So I always try to make sure I get my money's worth out of the camera. But then also a lot of updates have been made to fix a lot of the problems with the Sony A7S II. And so since I already had Sony before I had Nikon, I already had the glass and everything for it. So it wasn't a problem with me just going with another Sony. So what I did was I bought this camera used. And obviously the person that had it likes the skins and all that, likes putting skin on their camera, but not me. So I'm going to take it off eventually, but I have to get like a custom T-mid skin or something with some rocket ships on there, you know, something that's fitting for me, some math problems. But this is the Sony A7S III, and like I said, I already had glass. So this is a Tamron 28-75, which is arguably one of the best third-party lenses. So I already had the setup. Now that camera right there fixed a lot of problems. And it's a lot of problems that I had that you all would not know unless I tell you. Now, for example, my last photo shoot where I was outside and I'm going to pull it up for you all because I was outside and I was in DC. Now, what happened during this photo shoot? You all would not know because I'm always about redundancy, okay, and resiliency. So let me share my screen and we're going to go to this photo shoot that I'm talking about. This photo shoot right here, I am using the Sony A7S II. Right? Everything was going perfectly fine until I got down to this particular part right here. Now, you all wouldn't know this because of the way that I did kind of like some B-roll and things like that. But what ended up happening was I put a new battery into the Sony. I put the battery, it said it was at 100%. Now, this is B-roll from the Nikon Z7 II. And I'm recording on there because this is the camera I had in my hand. But the thing about it is that you see, you got this B-roll, but then it's just going to go to more photos, because right here, the Sony said that it was recording, but it was not recording at all. The battery said that it was at 100. And normally when I have it recording, I'm like, okay, double check that it's recording, and then I go get the shots. I went to go back and check. It was like a whole segment that we did. It was gone. And if you know Sony's, when the battery just cuts out like that, it corrupts the file. So whatever was recorded, it does not get saved. So there we have missing footage from the shoot. So now you have to be creative to make everything fall in line. So the first reason why was because of the battery life. The battery life, I had like 6 batteries. And when I say those batteries just die instantly, I just couldn't take it anymore. It was just like absolutely no reason why these batteries was down like this. And all of these reasons are things that they have since fixed, which is why I knew that I needed to update my main video camera. Now, I love the Nikon Z7 II, which is what I'm using right now to record this live stream, right? But I'm already using this for photos, so I can't use it for video too, right? I would have to buy a whole nother one. But then if I would do that, then I got Sony glass that I would have to sell. And so it's like, which one do you use, right? I'm already used to Sony because I started with the Sony for video, and then the Nikon came along. So I had a decision to make for sure. All right, so EW started with the D5000 for photo and video, then with the D750, now Z6. Oh man, if you was doing video back then with the Nikon, listen, the video now on the Z mirrorless is so much better than even on the D850. I won't even record a video on the D850 because it's just not there yet compared to the counterparts. And I like to keep it real. So all right, so what up, MP Studios? Noticed you on a live a few weeks ago. All right, Nikon, Sony batteries are craptacular. Yeah, it's like I actually probably need to get a battery pack to just like wear on my back and plug into the Sony, because that's how scary it is. And today I actually did a shoot with this. So they have a third party grip on here, which I'm probably going to get rid of because I'm going to be vlogging with this. And so that handle is absolutely unnecessary to me. But it has 2 batteries in there, and I kind of test the battery life, and it was significantly better. Like, I did a whole shoot today, and the battery only went to 1 battery and only used 20% of the battery. So I was very happy with that turnout. What's going on, Young City? I would have sold it and got the Z30. Look, I don't think the Z30 is where it's at for what I need, because like something else that I'm about to do is I'm about to help with this film festival. So the profiles that you can get with this S3. I don't think the Z30 has like the 10-bit and all that good stuff that I'm going to need to get into that type of filming. Yeah, I've always done video on Nikon. Philando, was it the Z battery? Nah, our Z batteries are better than everyone's. Yeah, so now I have two Z batteries, which I'm going to get more because I end up doing a lot of video sometimes. Like sometimes I get invited to things. Actually, I got like two or three things I got invited to recently, and I would more so just come to do video, get a few photos in, but mainly just document them and their event, right? So I need those batteries. Like I don't need a battery holding me back from being able to get my content. So yeah, the batteries that I had, like 6 batteries, and then you got to mark certain ones because certain ones last longer than others. So you got to know which ones those are. Yeah, that A7 II had the old batteries. Yeah, those old batteries, garbage. Straight garbage. What's going on, Infinite? I've had no problem with my Z's. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing. It was the old batteries. Now the Z batteries have been proven to be so much better. Just stopping by to shame the trader. No, this is an equal opportunity playing field. So a lot of people probably did not know that, but I've always recorded all of my videos on my channel have been recorded with Sony, and I shoot with Nikon. Now this is an exception right here with this live stream. I'm live streaming with the Nikon Z7 II. Yeah, so it really depends on that payload, Perkins, because I have one, but I don't get to use my gimbal as much. I do like the Ronins, but I don't get to use my gimbals as much because I'm a one-man band right here. So a lot of the times I have to go with that with that tripod. But so the battery life in those old batteries, yeah, no bueno, no bueno. Now, another thing as a creator that is very significant, which is why I told Nikon to even send me, was the Flippy screen. I think we all can agree that the Flippy screen is a great feature to have. Like, unless you are just solely behind, I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with the Flippy screen, right? Like, and that's just me. Like, when I'm in frame, I can just look and see if I'm recording. I can see if I'm in frame. I can see focus. So that Flippy screen was like a big added bonus to me. Exactly, Z Wade. We live in a great world where everything is good nowadays, right? So let's get into the second reason. Yeah, you know what? Is actually my lighting, because that bad boy don't never really struggle to focus, especially when an Atmos setup will set you back like $700 exactly. Exactly. So so the second thing was the color banding in my videos. Like a lot of my videos where I had like those oranges and magentas, like you could see a lot of color banding. And so that's where that 8-bit versus 10-bit really comes into play, because I've caught for a few vlogs that I've done, it would be something like a sunrise. And when it's a sunrise, you get a mix of all these colors that are very close in proximity. But in my footage, it would be like a tremendous jump when I run it back and replay it. So I need that to be a lot smoother. I need that to be a lot smoother. So that 10-bit will give me a lot more range with that, and a lot more smoother footage. Especially when you talk about those colors. And I really notice that when I do my sunrise or sunsets, that's where it's really, really noticeable. But sometimes even other footage, I can see that, you know, the colors are just like jumping. So that is reason number 2. All right. So if you are new in here, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from in the chat. Okay. Now, this third reason was a reason that would stop a lot of content creation. And this reason was and you know what? Some cameras still have this issue, but the overheating was just ridiculous. It's like I had to have another camera to back up that camera because I could not trust it. Like almost to the point where I was trying to make a umbrella, a shade umbrella for my camera while it's on the tripod, because I just knew the sun was going to be out, and that meant bad business for trying to record videos. So I took it and made sure that I could minimize that problem. Okay, we got Houston, Texas, Atlantic City, New Jersey. So the overheating was crazy. Did any of you all have any problems with overheating in your cameras? I know a few camera companies still working out kinks with that. So let's see. Yeah, R5 has that problem if you record long and don't use a Ninja. Ah man, so what are we talking about? So maybe like 5 to 10 minute increments. You pretty much good with the R5 with not overheating. Would you say you can go a good 5 to 10 minutes? Yeah. I was just going over that camera. I'm looking for some more T-mid like styling. But I bought that camera used, and it already had that on there. So I have yet to strip it down to the bare bones. So we'll see what I'm left with after that. Okay. Wait, let's see. You can go longer than that if you stay out of 4K HQ. Listen, hey, that's what I want. I want the 4K HQ. That's what I want. And that's the thing that I'm saying is like I enjoy the Sony S2 because it just gave me what I needed. Like let me listen, I got so much footage. No problem. It's circumstantial. Yeah, we gotta see. We gotta let people plead their case. We got two Canon R5 users. And let's see. All right, so and not to mention the Sony A7S2 was like great in low light. All right, so this is another clip. This is from like 2018, and this is with the Sony A7S2. And I think at this point I had a Nikon lens on, so I had somebody trying to hand focus it. They weren't the best manual focuser, but they did try. So this was in Medellin. So Medellin, Colombia. I went to this salsa place, and if you this whole entire vlog is on my channel, but the video, for me in 2018 when I made this video, actually, was this 2018 or was this 2017? Listen, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dance. Y'all already know that. But this full video. So this is what the Sony was giving me even back then. So I was completely happy with what I was getting, because relative to the time, it was still performing beautifully at that point. Does anyone know how to get this chat box back? I'm using the A7S3. What editing software are you using? Yeah, so I use the Photoshop and Lightroom. Photoshop and Lightroom to edit. So the color banding was another thing where I was like, I need that 10-bit because I need that smooth color transition. I just have to have it because I love to catch those sunrises and sunsets. So that's definitely one thing for me. But then also I like my colors to be specific and not bleeding into the other ones too much. So that's the second one. The overheating was the third one, and that overheating, it was a few summers where I wish I had my other hard drive hooked up. I could show you, like, I had to resort to my GoPro to record footage because the camera just kept overheating. And at that point, when you try and create content like this, you can't have those types of problems. It's just like, no bueno. Especially, like, just imagine if I would have went out to like WPPI or something like that with that camera. We out in the desert. That camera does not stand a chance in Las Vegas right now. What's the weather in Las Vegas? Is it like 102 degrees? That camera, that Sony A7S2 in Vegas, oh no. If I lived in Vegas, y'all wouldn't see any content because I know that camera is not working. It's going to immediately overheat. Immediately. I'm thinking about picking up a FX3. That would be nice right there. Especially if you do enough video. So I recorded for 2.5 hours with the A7 IV inside, no problem. Would advise to use a battery grip though, because batteries go a little faster on that body. And listen, this has the battery grip on there, and I did use it today. I actually I woulda went live, but I was kind of contemplating because I was shooting film with this good old Leica M6, so that's why I didn't end up going live today. But I made a video and I shot film today, so y'all see that eventually at some point. Yeah, listen, 104 at the moment. Ain't no way. My Sony ain't standing a chance at 104. It's probably gonna tell me. It's probably gonna send me a message like, "You got to be crazy if you think I'm turning on at 104 degrees." Yeah, what's going on, AP Studios? So it's I've been had Sony. I've always had Sony. I actually had Sony before Nikon because I started this channel with vlogging and making travel videos, and I always had a Sony for that. And then I got the Nikon for photos. So I upgraded my Sony camera to back up my argument about Nikon needs to get with it before more fall away. Yeah, no, but the video in Nikons now are great. Like I'm live streaming with a Nikon camera right now. Like they have came a long way, so they are legit. I already had the Sony, so I just upgraded the Sony. So we had the overheating was a problem why I had to upgrade. And then the 4K 60. So in the Sony A7S2, you all may know that there is no 4K 60. So with the 3, you get the 60 and you get the 120. So that was like perfect for me right there. And now, and what I found myself doing was I would have to use my Z7 II in 4K 60 to get that B-roll for all of my videos. So I would have to switch out of picture mode, go to video mode, and then get my B-roll, and then switch back to picture mode to keep taking the pictures. So that was a whole thing, especially when you have I see a lot of people sometimes try to take 4K with 24 frames a second and try to make it slow-mo, and it just does not look good. It does not look good at all. Speak on the stream. Oh yeah. So AP, I currently I would say that like this Z7 II is like great for video, and I would use this for video. But the problem is that I use it for pictures. So when I'm a one-man band outside, it's like I can't use this for video and pictures. So I already was invested into Sony, right? And so this was when Sony, this is when Nikon didn't even have a good stake into video. So we are talking about, I think I bought this Sony camera back in 2016 or 2017. So I've had it since then. So I've always recorded my videos on Sony. Yes, the A7S3 is internal 10-bit, which I was just going over that in terms of, with my older Sony, why I specifically needed that, because it was just getting ridiculous. Like you start to see the dating on the cameras after a while, especially if you're out here creating content like I do, and you really like putting wear and tear on the camera. Yeah, so what's going on is once you start that, you definitely need something that can keep up. But now the cameras are at a great place, and I believe everybody is good for video now. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. We were just talking about having that needing that ninja setup, that ninja setup to achieve that same thing. Can't have you out there. So that 4K 60, when it comes to B-roll, is like a huge thing, especially if you want to switch it up a little bit. Even with, so if we have, do we have any wedding photographers or videographers in the chat? Matter of fact, let me know in the chat. What do you mainly shoot? Is it portraits? Is it birding, animal photography? Is it landscapes? What would you consider your niche in terms of photography? Yeah. So RBJ has the Ninja setup, and prefers viewing it video, that the video feed on that Ninja is crucial. Like it is beautiful to see. Everything just not good at any. So you a jack of all trades and a master at none. Okay, so we got fail is portrait. Let's see. Yeah, what are you all specialty? You know, it's interesting. You say it's lagging that hard because it say I have an excellent connection over here. Let me see what we could do right here. Let me see if I can smooth this out so we don't have a lag like that. All right, let's see what I can do. Going break this down just a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see if we take some of that pressure off of that CPU, GPU, and get it to act right. Thanks for letting me know, Tony. Portraits, but landscapes for fun. I'm more into portraits, but moving more into high energy videos, intro shoots, portrait, wildlife. I'm a video shooter now, music videos, docs, etc. All right. Practice in the studio tomorrow. Wedding and portrait, street photography too. So I'm happy with the Z6 until the Z8 comes in. Man, you are stop action video right now. Portraits, fashion, for me, wedding. Yeah. Okay. So let us see. Right. So with the video, with the video, do you all utilize 4K or do you still use 1080? Yeah. It's, you know, the other thing is this computer probably struggling too. I probably should run it off my Mac back there. But we'll see. Maybe I'll use StreamYard next time. Okay, so even for weddings, you shoot in 4K. Exactly, and that's what I was thinking. You know how 1080 was the thing at one point. Then 4K came out. Now 4K is becoming like the holy grail. And then, you know, we have everybody coming out with 8K. So then it just keeps pushing the envelope. I like 4K on my 27 monitor. 4K to save on space. Now I can shoot for hours and it still looks amazing. Exactly. See, that's the thing. So the last one of the last reasons that was like major to me was the fact that the autofocus, even with the firmware update on the Sony, I still could not get great results with the autofocusing. And I knew it was just the system, because as soon as I switched to the S3, complete day and night, like I went a lot of the times, you know, you like to rely on that eye autofocus when, especially me, I like to rely on the eye autofocus when I'm doing vlogs, because on the A7S2, I can't see the screen. So I would be, you know, hoping that I'm in focus. And lo and behold, I would do a scene, go back to watch it, not in focus, not in focus. Now, I do not have that problem at all. I don't have to worry about focus. Like, even if the A7S3 didn't have a flippy screen, I still would trust and believe in that focusing. It's just like that much more superior. All right, so till the Z6 and Z6 II for wedding photos and videos. Ninja V gives the Z6 II a 10-bit with the Ronin RSC2. Okay, in my opinion, the most underrated hybrid setup for the money. Okay. Yeah, 8K is big, Rich. I agree. Look, like I love the Z6 II for video. I believe the Z6 II has some phenomenal video quality. And, you know, adding that setup with the Ninja V, I guess it is a little bit more, but when you do that, I guess you kind of rigging it out anyway, right? So how much of a pain is it to add, you know, that Ninja V on there, and then you gotta have that battery to support it. All right, so MIP just started using 4K in January with the arrival of the A7 IV, my first 4K 60 capability. Exactly, man. That 4K 60 is a beautiful thing to have. Like, it's just a beautiful thing to have. Now, I think, like, if I got 4K 60, I am fine. 4K 120 is just like a added bonus. I don't need it, but I will take it. and you can't go wrong with that. It's like some extra throw in for you. But like with the 8K is going to be something in the future, but I believe 4K right now, it's going to be a while before, you know, 4K gets pushed down to where like 1080 is, and then all the videos you see are just like 8K, because then you need the monitors to support it, the software to support it, and it's a whole transition. So, is there anything wrong filming in 1080? I watched a lot of YouTubers say film in 1080 and it's fine with it. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally. Over time, I think that's when you'll see like the difference between the resolutions. You'll immediately know, like, oh man. But then I know some people that record in 4K, but then they render everything out in 1080. So that's another way that you could do it too. 4K will be the standard for years to come, but 8K won't be relevant till people can actually afford the TVs. Exactly, and that's the thing that I'm kind of getting is like it took a while for 4K to be like a standard thing. So now you even have to think about, in my case, like YouTube taking all this data and storing it. Like that's a cost if you think about it. Like all those data centers. Now you try to push some 8K on them, they might start charging us to upload videos. They will be like, "Oh, you trying to upload 8K? Yeah, okay. We ain't gonna be having that." All right, so you can soften up 4K footage with Pro Mist filters, right? If you're going to edit video, the 4K gives you a lot of room to play with. Exactly. So, like for me personally, with my reels, I always record my reels in 4K. Always record my reels in 4K 60, and then if I need any wiggle room, I got plenty of it, and it still looks wonderful when I go to render it out, because of course Instagram is only taking 1080, right? Appreciate it, AP. Not even sure how I would store 8K, even if I had the ability. Ain't even dreaming about 8K no time soon. Right, like the 4K is going to be in my back pocket for a long time to come. And I mean, just think about it. I started my channel off shooting in 4K, and that's when I was making vlogs, like 2017. So if you see it's still a 4K world, we still got a lot to go, because a lot of cameras just now getting the 4K 60 capability, the 120. So it still has ways to go. Yeah, SJ. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Like I knew that Sony could do 4K. It's like I'm pushing 4K. I'm pushing 4K. Oh, I had several conversations with RBJ about rigging the Z6 II up. Hey, if you're gonna rig it, rig it out. I wouldn't mind rigging out this Sony. All right, so Courage, tell me about it. 8K is massive. Yeah, you're gonna have that file. That's when you're gonna need a dedicated data storage system, where you're gonna have like a 100 terabyte Synology data center running in your house, and now you're gonna have a backup power protector. That type of data, it becomes a whole thing. I started shooting 4K maybe a year ago, but only able to crop into footage and post. Most people view YouTube vids on their phone, iPad. Sporting in 4K isn't necessary, really. Let's see. Yeah, I guess when I export in 4K, it might be for me because when I look at YouTube, I'm definitely on the computer. Like somebody will drop a video, and I'll wait most of the time. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna wait till I get home, because I want to see how clean this is. And it's a difference, like when the images pop up and everything, like everything is so much more clean. So I prefer to look at it on a computer. So most of the time I will wait. I'm still learning how to handhold before moving to a gimbal. I want to be able to move quick without the gimbal. Oh yeah, okay. Does allow a higher bit rate for 4K, so technically it's better to upload even if you're upscaling 1080 to 4K. But most phones give you more than just 1080p. Yeah. Either won't notice the difference or won't care. There's only a small percentage of people who really care. Let me get my gavel. We got ding 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 ding. Let's see what it's about on my phone and highest viewing possible. Do you not watch a video that isn't in 4K? Yeah. I'm kind of like at the point when I do watch a video, I'm always clicking to see if 4K is available. Especially if there has been some recent videos that have been coming out, and I was just certain. I was certain that YouTube had a connection problem, so they just gave it to me in 360p. So I was like, oh nah, man, let me go to 1080 at least, or 4K. But it was a 1080 video, but the video was just garbage. And it's like, those types of things are hard to watch. It really is hard to watch. It definitely is hard to watch. So what if you all could pick a feature in your camera that you enjoy the most, what would be that feature? We know we got the autofocus, which I think has taken over. But for me, it probably would be the 4K 60, just because B-roll in these videos are like essential. Like you definitely have to be able to switch it up and keep things interesting. And so B-roll at 4K 60, it's always good. Also vlogging. When I vlog in 4K 24 frames, like the slightest movement, I could be like this and move, you can see the frame. So it's like not pleasing to the eye. Right. I'm just saying most people aren't skipping the vid solely because it isn't 4K. So that was the main reasons why I had to. For the most part, my camera did not do too terribly with focusing, but the colors also. Let me see if this is the right hard drive. It's probably not, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I tried to bring like one of the oldest hard drives that will probably have everything here, so I could show you all like exactly what I was talking about. But I feel like it got the job done. Easy on the Canon R cameras. The ability to have the 4:5 crop ratio borders on a rear screen is money. It helps me maintain the IG crop and printing borders. Yeah, I could definitely see that benefit right there. Definitely. Cause you always have to keep that crop in mind when you when you shooting. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be nice when you get that footage back. Okay, so let's see. Courage, my favorite feature that I use the most in my camera is the ISO, if that's what you mean. Yeah. You know, and that's definitely relative to you as a creator. Everything can definitely be different. And you know, everybody have different things that they like about their camera. So yeah, that's definitely. So let's see. I just say I watch everything in high quality on my phone. Welcome to the S3. Is it me welcoming you or you welcoming me? Cause I had the S3 for a while now, my boy. So 10-bit internal with 4K 60. Come on, Z6 III. Oh, listen. You get the Z6 III. The Z6 III come out with that. I'm gonna see a lot of Ninja V's for sale on eBay and Craigslist because y'all don't need it no more. Off topic, but I'm low-key peeping all y'all's channels. Didn't know so many DMV shooters and YouTubers in here. Oh yeah. You know, it's a community. Everybody have to support everybody. But you know, the thing about this YouTube thing, everybody knows that's in this chat right now, is that it is not easy at all. So we got everybody putting in work. All right, so I'm gonna say like it definitely did pretty well. I'm gonna show you all this clip right here. I probably shouldn't push this to the limits like this, but I have like some throwback stuff. And the file size. So on the Nikon, you can do 4K, but you could do it normal quality or you could do high quality. And when I say the file size for 4K on the Nikon versus that Sony, tremendous difference. It's filling up very quickly. All right, so this is some footage that I got. Well, I think this is like 2019, but this is with the Sony A7S II. So it's like it wasn't terrible at all, you know? Like it actually did pretty well when I needed it. So it did a pretty good job, and that was at Niagara Falls. And you know that's why I say that I like to document everything, cause anything I need, I got it. Yeah, it don't matter what it is. I got it. Yeah. I would say S-Cinetone. Yeah. You know what? One of the most convenient things is being able to set those profiles. Like, I have a profile for when I am inside my office like this. I have a profile for when I'm outside and I'm shooting. I got a profile for when I'm shooting in the studio. I got a profile for when I want something to look more cinematic. So that is important because at a quick switch, I can switch it and get the profile that I want, and it's kind of like run and gun. Then you got your color grade, and of course, but for the most part, you can set that profile and easily maneuver to whatever one that you want. And like one good example is like I gave my camera to my brother to use, and he like created his own profiles on some free ones that I wasn't using. So it kind of gives you that ability to customize your settings for the looks that you are going for, and that's a big deal. So that flicks, that's definitely a great feature right there. A great feature. Our RBJ, I have made plenty of full body images into 3/4. Oh man, you listen. You like everybody. We gotta start crop. We gotta start using that 4x5 crop. You said you got that picture home. You was like, oh, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Okay, this is about to be a 3/4 shot. You ain't let your client know that though. You ain't let the client know. I always try to leave that room in there. Always try to leave that room in there, cause you never know what's going on. But yeah, for the most part, I was happy with everything that I got. But when you start seeing like when you start seeing those deficiencies and it starts interrupting your workflow, then that's when it calls for reaction. And that's pretty much in my case what had happened. Even when I was in WPPI and I was recording video, like I had to be very precise on what I was recording because I knew my battery life on my camera wasn't that good. So I had the Sony ZV-E10, which had a way better battery life and still had 4K that I would use for mostly everything. And then I would take out the A7S2 when it would get really dark, because the low light capability was still there, and it definitely looked way better than that Sony ZV-E10. So I know it has limitations. Oh, AP back. Okay. So yeah, I know it has limitations, but when you talk about low light performance, I think everybody can agree that Sony definitely paved the way for low light situations. And then it's kind of like a baton kind of. One person passes another, the next one comes with something better, and then the next one, and it's always a rat race. So at this point, I would definitely like I could see a Z8 coming out with that 10-bit internal. I feel like Nikon knows they have to do that. Just like with that Z30. That Z30, I know Nikon knew that they needed a vlogging camera because it's a lot of people that vlog. So, you know, you got a demand, you got to supply that demand. So we have all of those driving forces. But by far, I think that battery life was probably the worst battery life I've ever seen in almost any camera. So it was just so bad, it was like disrespectful. They going to have to, like, playing catch up, but they doing it really quick. Yeah, no, I like that's the thing that I was saying. At first, I would not use video at all from them. Now, I am happy to say that I will use video. Now I had the glass already, so I would have had to sell my Sony glass if I would have got another Nikon. But then, if I believe that Z8 is going to come and it's going to be packed with everything that it needs to be, because once somebody else puts something into a camera, you gotta at least meet that. But at the end of the day, you know, they want to exceed. So I definitely think it's going to be coming. Yeah, so right now, let's see. Yeah, so right now I am, and it's actually this computer that I'm on. So I'll probably use either StreamYard or my other computer to push this data through, because it's always every once in a while where this happens. And I see I'm getting something right here. Okay. So yeah, so if we run it down, those are the main reasons that I had to go and grab this next camera for those purposes. The content creation must continue, and especially in the fashion that I like. So we have the battery life, we have the 10-bit internal. So I don't have the extra payload with the Ninja V. That Ninja V can be some extra pounds too, because I'd be seeing those rigs and it'd be a whole situation. The overheating, when it starts to get like summertime, yeah, you trying to record in the sun with that, yeah, no bueno. 4K 60 and my video camera have to have it. It's like a must now. I could get away with 4K 24, 4K 30 for a little bit, but now I just can't do it. And then the auto focusing system is definitely superior. So that is what is going on with T-Med. I wanted to come on here, talk to you all. Had to show face because it's been a while since I've been on here. So I will catch you all in the next one. Maybe it'll be a photo shoot. I don't know. We will see. T to the M to the IDD. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.